It was on April 30th in 1992 that the Republic of Korea established diplomatic relations. Since then, our two countries have indeed continued to develop our friendship and cooperation. In the field of official development assistance, ODA, the Republic of Korea selected the United Republic of Tanzania as one of our 24th priority partnership countries around the world for the years 2016 to 2020. Since the establishment of the diplomatic relations, the Republic of Korea has been a major cooperation partner for Tanzanians' development in various areas like spanning, agriculture, fisheries, education, vocational training, healthcare, ICT, water management, infrastructure development through a variety of Korean International Cooperation Agency, KOICA, that is working on Grant, Activities and Economic Development Cooperation Fund, EDCF, that works on concessional mega loans projects.
Thank you very much for tuning in on this program, The International Sphere, and I'm your host, Agnes Tuniga. And don't be surprised, of course, because this is all due to prevention for the coronavirus COVID-19. That's why we are having masks on. Today here on the set, I'm joined by the ambassador for the Republic of Korea, and he's known by the name of Ambassador Cho Ta-ik. My guest, please welcome here on the set, and thank you very much for being here and accepting this interview with you.
It's my pleasure to have this interview. It's very night time, so we have the coronavirus around the world, including this country, Tanzania. It's pity, but it's reality. We should face this problem together with all government, all society together, so to contain this disease as soon as possible.
Mr. Ambassador, talking concerning the coronavirus, also known as COVID-19, it has been spreading rapidly all over the world right now, and it's an international concern. So what measures has the Korean government been doing so far concerning the coronavirus? Any success, Mr. Ambassador?
Beginning, it was a big headache, but now we are knowing how to handle it. So the case mid-February is over 900, that's peak time, but nowadays it's less than 100 cases from last week. So we are now more or less controlling it. So there's two secrets for our success story. I think the first one is that the early detection, early isolation, and early treatment. So we need to find the patient as soon as possible and isolate them, and also tracing all the contacts and treat them very quickly. So we need to divide. So the mild symptom the patients, maybe they can accommodate another the more general place, but for the serious case, then we need to accommodate and invest all the efforts to survive that person. And also we have the international cooperation. We are also the inbounding travel check, and also outbound the traveler health check before boarding the airplane. So I think we can then prevent any re-export of the case. We are successfully doing that, so I think other countries should adopt that kind of policy. Also, we are inventing new system like drive-through testing. Is very convenient and it's safe, and it's also very cost-effective. I think that kind of innovation is quite necessary. Also, we are employing the mobile phone health check report application. So it's very encouraging the people's participation to report their symptoms as soon as possible to the health staffs. Then they can get the right time, immediate support or treatment.
Okay. Mr. Ambassador, let's get back now to our main discussion concerning the Korea-Tanzania partnering in development. Tanzania has been enjoying good diplomatic relations worldwide, and among the countries, Korea is one of them. How can you describe concerning the bilateral ties between the two countries?
So we established our bilateral diplomatic relation 28 years ago in 1992. So as the human being, I think it's the kind of young adult, energetic. So I think our bilateral relation with Tanzania is very energetic and active. So recently we have the good progress. For example, officially January 2018, new embassy, Tanzania embassy was opened in Korea, and also Korean Prime Minister visited Tanzania to improve the bilateral relations. And also we have the many common issues. I think Korea support the colonial rule for 35 years, and also we support the poverty a long time ago, half a century ago, but we overcome from that difficulties with the investment in education and industrialization. I think we can cooperate in that field, improving our industry, win-win solution for co-prosperity and co-peace. I think we have many commonality, and also our people are very peaceful, like Tanzanians. So I think why not we communicate and we run together.
To what extent is Africa a priority to Korea? Because with regards to the summit that was held in Addis Ababa in 2016.
Yes, that's true. So we established Korea-Africa Forum in 2006. So 2016 is the 10th year of that forum's anniversary. And then from Tanzanian side, His Excellency Augustin Mahiga, your then foreign minister, attended. And also at the time, our foreign minister mentioned that there will be 3 key areas of cooperation: economic cooperation and development cooperation, and also peace and security building cooperation. So in those areas, we are Korea side wishing to cooperate to help the Africa to achieve the Agenda 2016-3 to become integrated and prosperous and also peaceful Africa. Why not? So we are trying to our best. So at the time, we adopted Addis Ababa Declaration together with the cooperation framework, listing the 5-year cooperation project. So next year, we will have the 5th forum, and then we will discuss what we have achieved and what should have done to improve our cooperation in the future.
That was for Africa, Mr. Ambassador. Now, to be precise concerning Korea-Tanzania, on the areas of engagement in cooperation with Tanzania and Korea, what are the areas of cooperation that Korea has dwelled in to partner with Tanzania to make a progress?
Yes, I already mentioned there are 3 areas cooperation with Africa, including Tanzania. So among them, I think the priority areas of cooperation should be development cooperation. Okay. So we have the experience to develop my country. We are changed from the donor country, the recipient country, to donor giving country for the last half a decade, so half a century. So we have the know-how how to improve the economy, and also we can share our experience. So I think in the field of development cooperation, we have 3 agencies working in Tanzania. The one is that Economic Development Cooperation Fund, and they are providing the concessional loans to Tanzania, the interest rate is very low, so it's 0.01%, almost zero. And also the repayment period is 40 years, very generous. And also we have the COICA, so it's the grant giving organization. COICA is covering all the areas. And also we have another one, the health specified cooperation agency called the Korea Foundation for International Healthcare. So we have three those agencies. They are working here very hard, and also mainly the EDCF is doing a lot of work. So as you mentioned, our cooperation with Tanzania is very important for us too. And so Korea Exim Bank operating EDCF fund, and they are giving a lot of projects up to now. The 14th project, the worth of 660 million US dollars in 40 projects. For example, Maralagashi Bridge, New Zealand Bridge over there, and also Muimbili Modern Hospital, and National ID Data Center, and also the vocational training centers around Tanzania, 5 places. And also we are now also working on the electricity transmission facility, or also Dodoma water supply system, and Zanzibar irrigation system. We are working very hard with. Also, we are planning to expand the cooperation in the near future.
Talking on economic cooperation and focusing on the investment opportunities, Mr. Ambassador, how do you see the opportunities within the two countries? Are they faring well, and what are the areas that they really cooperate in making business together?
Yes, so far it's okay, but we need to improve. There are much room to improve. I think the Korean economy is now the main trading country with the 11th largest world economy, and also it's the manufacturing powerhouse. So in the field of manufacturing, electronics, car making, and also the ICT technology. So we have the technology, and also your country is aiming for the industrialization to achieve the vision, National Development Vision 2030, to be a middle income and semi-industrialized economy by 2025. So I think there's areas. Also, your country are endowed with the beautiful resources, and also particularly the water bodies. You have plenty of water bodies. Lake Victoria, Lake Tanganyika, Lake Riasha, and also Indian Ocean.
Yes.
And then you have some industry in the shipbuilding and also shipbuilding. So I think I'm very happy. Our company now working with your company to build a new ship, and also repairing old ships in Mwanza, and also they are working on the building slipway for future shipbuilding industry in your country. And also agro processing is also promising. I think you have the plenty of agricultural produce, cashew nut, and coffee, and cotton, and tobacco. So we can work on together improving the agro processing industry, and also we can work on the car making together. Why not? So last time the late Reynold Mengi, he tried to establish the car assembling factory here. So we can do it. Why not?
No, great. Talking of KOICA, which is the International Cooperation Agency, Korean International Cooperation Agency, it's now partnering with Tanzania in helping out within the development aspect. Now, KOICA, I understand, is also helping out within the health sector.
That's true.
To what extent has KOICA been able to, whatever it's called to be, you know, like establishing better hospitals, or talking of equipment for hospitals, and also in general making conducive environment for within the health sector?
Yes, yes. So KOICA doing many areas of development cooperation, not only healthcare improvement, and also they are working in education training, also gender equality, and also they are promoting sheep farming, and also the tourism. So KOICA's activity is very diverse, but their main focus is, I think, the healthcare and education. So in the field of healthcare, KOICA is working very hard with the Ministry of Foreign, Ministry of Trade, Ministry of Health, and particularly the KOICA supporting the Health Basket Fund to enhance the general healthcare system in Tanzania, and also they are supporting the Chanika Hospital to improve the maternity care. Mean then helping the pregnant women and also newborn babies, and also it's working hard together with the UNICEF to control the waterborne disease like cholera. So, and also in the economic field, so also KOICA is very active to improve the women's capacity building and also training, and also it's working with the general secondary school improvement in Zanzibar too, together with the State University of Zanzibar, and they are working very hard. And also in the field of fish farming, so they also built the sheep farming laboratories inside the State University of Zanzibar, and also they built recently and Serengeti National Park Media Center to promote wildlife tourism in Tanzania and around the world.
Okay, now talking also on the water development aspect, which KOICA is also dealing with, how has that, what is the progress so far on that area?
So you mean the
water development project?
Water,
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Water is very important. So water, we need to have clean water, but KOICA is working that area together with the NGOs, Korean NGOs, and also together with the EDCF, so the Economic Development Cooperation Fund. So we are investing in a lot of efforts to improve the provide the quality of clean water, and also EDCF I already mentioned, also engaging in the water waste treatment facility. So it's a combination of water using and also water treatment.
Talking of the tourism industry here within the country, Korea, I understand we have tourists coming from Korea to Tanzania. With you being here as the ambassador of the Republic of Korea to Tanzania, to what extent have you been promoting tourism in Tanzania to make sure that the total number of tourists is increasing, Mr. Ambassador?
Yes, that's true. Tanzania has a very world-famous tourist sites. You know, everybody knows Serengeti, and also Ngorongoro, Kilimanjaro Mountain, and also Zanzibar. So you have plenty of resources.
Yes.
I think you have the embassy in Korea. So I think I coordinate the embassy in Korea to promote the tourism. So Korean people are eager to come here to learn about or experience the wildlife. It's very unique. The movement, annual movement, is migration is very important and very useful and very spectacular. So I think it's good resources. And also KOICA, I already mentioned, they are building the media center in Serengeti National Park, and I think it will promote the Korean people's interest to come here and watch what's going on here. So I think why not? It's the issue of time. They will come, I think.
Mr. Ambassador, I have your business card here. It has written your name, and also it states Balozi, then underneath it's ambassador, which means Balozi. Yes, in the promotion of Swahili language, do we have Koreans wanting to learn Swahili so that Swahili now can continue, paving ways internationally?
So myself, I came here and tried to use the Swahili as much as I can, but it depends on my learning capacity. So, but I try to read Tanzanian newspaper 1 ounce every day. So in Swahili, we do the dictionary, and then also the Tanzanian embassy in Korea, they are opening the Swahili course, and also in my embassy, I try to encourage the Korean staff to learn Swahili, to learn about your culture. It's language is part of culture.
Yes.
So without learning local language, maybe our understanding of your country is very limited. It's not deep enough. So to make a good friendship. So I think, and also the Swahili is a very logistic language, very logical language, very sophisticated language. So I think, yeah, why not? We can learn in your language, then we will learn about your culture and your lifestyle. And we will get familiar with your country, I think, by learning Swahili. So I'm planning to promote Swahili learning by Korean people as much as I can.
What Swahili words have you learned, Mr. Ambassador?
So language I learned from.
Which words do you know of Swahili language?
Which you know?
Which words?
Which word? Balozi. Also the Nina Fry Kukutana Nawi.
Asante sana.
And also nowadays it's the time of election. So Uchaguzi Ku.
Yes, Uchaguzi Mkuu. This is what I was asking you, that we are heading for the general elections.
Yeah.
So what is your take on that?
So this election is very important. Every 5 years you have this general election, and it's the time to your people to give some confidence to your new leadership, and the leadership have renewed their policies and also direction of developing this country. I think every 5 years, every new election, I think it's the process of democracy. So I think it's the very important time. So I encourage many people of Tanzania to actively participate and to try to find the good leaders. Why not? And I think it's the very important time.
Mr. Ambassador, I thank you so much for your time. Unless you have something that you would like to tell Tanzanians apart from the general election that is coming ahead?
I see as I already mentioned about the general election, I think it's the very important political schedule. I think everybody should work together and make a very successful election, fair and also peaceful election. And also this time is not so good because of coronavirus. So coronavirus is the common challenge facing us. So we overcome these difficulties based on the evidence and science, not based on panic and fear. I think more cooperation we need, and outbound check also need, and also innovation of new technology and new innovative ways to control it together. So all country, all government, all society should go together hand in hand to overcome it as much as possible, also as soon as possible, so also minimizing the economic effects. So everybody should live in a global village. We are moving together, working together. So without trading, without travel, our economy will suffer a lot. So I think we need to find most effective ways, so not preventing the free movement and excessively. So it will be short time it will be okay, but we cannot continue to do that for many years. I think many months even. So I think it's better to minimize the restriction of free movement and free trade, and to try to find the most effective way, cost-effective way, and also less less interruption. I think is better. But we need to cooperate, all of them. So it's not government job. It's all jobs together. I think then we can win this difficult time. Thank you.
Mr. Ambassador, thank you so much for your time. It has been a pleasure talking to you to understand the partnering between Tanzania and the Republic of Korea in development.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Asante sana.
Asante. Karibu sana.
Asante.
Nakutakia kila la heri.
Asante sana, nashukuru, nashukuru. Well, dear viewers, we have come to the end of our program, The International Sphere. And just remember, today here on the set, I've been joined by Ambassador Chu Ta-ik, who is the Ambassador of the Republic of Korea to Tanzania. From me, your host, Agnes Tuniga, thank you very much for being with us.